Russia is an authoritarian state. We know that. And so what would an authoritarian state want to do during a situation like the invasion of Ukraine, when the propaganda war is not going in favor of Putin and Russia? Well, Russia is trying to block Ukraine war footage on TikTok. That's what they're going to try to do. Here's an article from Vice. Russia has demanded that TikTok change how it shows military content on its platform as it cracks down on social media in a bid to control information being shared around its war with Ukraine. Again, Russia is fighting a disinformation war, a propaganda war against Ukraine. And, you know, that's what we need to understand. Anyone participating in online discourse is participating in a propaganda war. Russia wants to control the flow of information, both inside and outside of Russia. Obviously, he has more control over the flow of information inside of Russia, but he's going to try to leverage his influence to control the propaganda machines all over the world if he can. So that needs to be understood. Such a move would affect how video footage from Ukraine war appears on its platform and hinder open source investigators monitoring the invasion. The state regulator, Roskomnadzor, shared its official Telegram channel an announcement justifying a ban on recommending any military or political content for minors, saying it had identified content on the subject of a special military operation in Ukraine. Quote, special military. Okay, sure, yeah. With a pronounced anti-Russian character. Again, there's the fucking Russian, like they're just saying what they're thinking here. The announcement did not elaborate on what related political content covered. Probably, again, speeches from Zelensky, I imagine, because, again, Zelensky is becoming a hero in this war. So probably that's what they're referring to. Well, there is a version of the app for under 13s. Most children use the same version of TikTok as adults, meaning that the only way the platform would likely be able to respond to demands would be to change how these videos appear for everyone. TikTok has become an essential platform for following the Russian invasion, with creators across Ukraine and beyond live streaming the war and buildup of Russian troops. Videos on the front lines and in cities have proven vital for open source investigators tracking the war. It's also been a tool for spreading disinformation by both sides. Now, I wouldn't say that Ukraine is spreading disinformation as much as Russia, and the idea of equivocating those things, in my opinion, is laughable. But also, propaganda doesn't necessarily need to be lies. You can have positive propaganda, like showing, videos of Ukrainian soldiers making Molotovs or successfully repelling Russian forces. Forces can be positive propaganda that improves the morale of Ukrainian civilians, makes them feel better about the situation, the soldiers, and morale is a big thing. We see a lot of these videos of the Russian war here. Russian soldiers have very low morale. A lot of them don't even want to be there, right? So, and you can see that is playing a heavy part in, it's easier to play defense than it is to play offense at the end of the day in these scenarios. But again, Russia is going to try to control the flow of information, and they're an authoritarian state, so they might just end up banning TikTok altogether. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.